Available on Google, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, and other podcast channels. Want to play it on your iPhone? Just ask Siri to play the Christoph Trapp Business Storytelling Podcast. Also available on Alexa. Here's Christoph with today's episode.
How is everyone doing? Hey, thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. This is indeed the Business Storytelling Podcast. We might publish this over on the Going Live show as well. And please just be aware the new book is coming out. I still have to read it another time here perhaps, and then it's going to come out. I do have the foreword. I have everything that I need to get it over the finish line. To my friends on Amazon, my apologies. There's too many buttons to push, and I sent over the wrong title. It's the title from yesterday's show, but we're not talking about when to go live today. We're talking about audio assets. So what's super exciting to me, let me show this to you. I'm probably going to do a split screen here. You can see me and my iPad. So here you go. I think that should work. Let me know what your thoughts are. And that's the microphone I use. You can see the camera behind me. So you can kind of get an idea of how it looks, how it feels. And audio assets are interesting to me because never thought about them. And then the team over at Switcher Studio puts them out. So for example, here's one I already downloaded just to kind of see how it looks. Take a listen. Thank you. Thank you very much. So what they did is with the latest update, and of course you have to go into earlier that it came out, and I went right in there and I couldn't figure it out because, you know, my it hasn't been updated. It hadn't been updated. So it's kind of a little bit of a pain, quite frankly. You know, you had to wait. You had to figure out why it's not working. And then the reason was because I hadn't gotten the update and it wasn't available yet for me. So, but here, let me show you how to do it. So all you do in Switcher, you go in here and here's all your stuff, right? So you can add photos, you can add videos, you can add, so like lower thirds, you know, that's kind of what I pull up. I actually deleted my app just for a little bit. Probably shouldn't have done that, quite frankly, but I did. And what happened is all the stuff I had on here got lost. So I'm gonna have to re-upload all the different images and all that jazz. But it's fine. You know, I'll survive. And it's probably not a bad idea every once in a while to clean all those things up. So, but that's why you see a little less today on the screen. You can do like donation overlays, Venmo. You can add logos. Can you guys see that okay? I don't know if that's, let me see if I can. So, you know, that's probably as good as it's going to get here. And basically you can do all those different things. You can do multi-views. That's kind of what you're seeing right now, you know, where you can see like the big screen and the little screen. So for example, the other thing I could actually do is picture in picture, you know, because why do you have to see as much of me as you have to see of the screen? So what I can do here, I can do that. So that's, I have to do the other one first. And then I'll put myself, put myself in the little picture, right? So like that. So that's actually kind of cool. And then I go in here and I can move that C trap thing out of the way, just move it down here. So super easy. Now it's of course it's too big. You know, you can just make it smaller with your hands like that. Boom, there it is. So, but let's talk about the audio assets. First of all, should you even use audio assets? So what's an audio asset? So applause, right? You see applause right here. Thank you very much. So like, you know, it's kind of cute. And maybe if somebody says something cool, we can say it. But should you use them? That's the big question. And my answer is it depends. First of all, I'm already pushing enough buttons as it is. I mean, I do, you know, I'm pushing buttons right and left, especially like even right now, I'm just talking to myself and there is just too many things going on already. So it can be overwhelming. Now on the Real Talk, I produce it, right? So at the end of the day, I could do it. I could pull it off when it makes sense. It might throw off my the people actually on the show. You know what I mean? So that's another thing to think about. On that could throw them off, right? So if I'm running the applause button, the applause effect, will that throw the host and the guest off? I don't know. They kind of have to, keep that top of mind. So, but let's walk through it. Once you have the update, so that's part of the thing to consider. I don't have an opinion yet. I think I'm going to try them. I think I'm going to use them. So, for example, when a guest comes on the show, the applause button is kind of cool, right? I mean, isn't it? It's kind of cool. So maybe that's when I do it. Maybe when I come on, I'll do the applause button. Only time I ever get applause anymore. So you go into audio. You can actually import audio from video. So if I go to my photo library, there's all the videos I have, audio just from those videos. So that's kind of cool. I haven't tried that, but that's kind of a neat. Okay, let's go back. So that, and the other thing that they do is they have in the switcher cloud, I think. No, that's not it. Where was it? I just saw it earlier. Oh, here you go. You gotta go back one. Samples. So I already got the applause. Now we're gonna do this one. Badumts, I guess. So let's hear it. So that's when somebody says something funny, right? You do that. So it takes they could have done this a little bit easier to get things installed, but I love how it's all on one screen and you can basically just, it's right there. So let's see what this one is. Not sure how I would use that one either, but buzzer, that could be kind of cool when you'd have like a game show. That's kind of it all depends on what your show is. Crickets. That I actually can't think of some ways to use that one. So basically, if if nobody's saying, that's actually going on for quite a while too. So that's kind of cool. So basically, if I lost my train of thought, or I don't have a response to somebody, I could use that. So that's kind of interesting. Certainly, I could see that drum roll. See how that one sounds. Now that one is when somebody has, a good answer is coming up, or you ask somebody a question. You could play that. That's kind of fun as well. So, but at the end of the day, it also depends on what your it honestly depends on what your show is about. Do you know what I mean? So if you have a show that's super formal, why? Why do you have that? But at the end of the day, that's you do want to keep that in mind. What does your brand do? So then we have fanfare. Let's see how that sounds. A little cartoonish, but not terrible. So we got that one in here, and then let's see. We're just going to keep going down the harp. I'm not even sure what that would be. So that's, I guess, if so. Yesterday I had Charlene Walters on the show with her new book, and the audience just loved her. So every time they said something loving about her, basically I could have played that. Let's see what else we have. We already did the harp, laughter. Let's see how that sounds. Okay, if I say something funny. I can play that. Of course, and now I got to remember to do that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds, I probably wouldn't use that one. A little too cartoonish. So, but the good news is if I want to use something like that, I can just record my own stuff. I could go have a voiceover artist or a sound technician or whatever that's called create some of those things. Let's see what record scratch is. I can't think of any way to use that today either. But what's interesting about this whole thing is, so I'm still finishing the book, guys, right? And I really hope you guys check it out, Going Live. And I'm covering all these different things in there. And, there's all these things to consider. Now, did I start with audio assets? No. Did I need them? No. But can they make the show more interesting? Probably, right? So why wouldn't I try it? Why wouldn't I at least have a conversation about it? So just something to think about. All these things can help you differentiate as more and more people are doing live streams, as more and more companies do live streams. So just something to think about. So, all right, let's see. We got the rooster. Did we click on that one already? I don't think so. So I could use that one when we do a show like super early in the morning, right? We do a show super early in the morning. It's like the guys on the farm. Let's get going. Slide whistle. Okay, it is what it is. Samples we have. These are just samples. They're not, whatever. You can use them, but they're not supposed to be it. Warm up. Yeah, all right. Don't like that. So, but either way, it's something to think about. I can see I'm using the applause every time I say anything insightful. That goes off. And when I'm about to say something insightful, here it is. Now, again, that takes a little bit more. Did I push the wrong button here? That takes a little bit more. Yeah, I did. Sorry about that, guys. Going on right now to keep an eye on what's live and what's not. We're still live. We're not starting soon. So the other thing is you can just import audio from your video, audio from video. Let's see how that works. Photo library. And let me just here, let's see. I don't even know which one I should pick because they're all like mute here. This is from the trailer, right? From my latest podcast. So how does it show up? Where is it? Anybody see it on here? I do not see it. Well, I imported it, but now where is it? Where is it? Maybe it saves it here. Nope. My recordings, probably not. Imported video, nope. So this one, okay, let's see. So they're done. Okay, oh, you know what it does? Audio. So that's not necessarily the best way. So you have to change trailer. You have to change the title in here so you actually remember what it is. So let's see if that works. Going Live with Christoph Trapp is the companion podcast to my latest book on the same topic. I'm going through each chapter of the book to talk about behind the scenes thoughts and share things that you can use in your podcasting and live streaming strategy. I mean, that's not horrible, right? That sounded okay. So you don't agree? Ha ha ha. So, but anyway, I think it's something to think about whether or not you want to use audio assets in your strategy, I think there is some value in it. Certainly appreciate Switcher for rolling that out. Certainly appreciate them kind of putting that top of my mind. I did not think about that at all as a strategy. Like, didn't cross my mind. Didn't really think about it. So at the end of the day, I think it's worth trying. I think it's worth considering, guys. Give it a try. See if it works. On Switcher, you can do it right here. Not sure if you can do it on Restream. Of course, I use those two platforms. Like today, I streamed to all the different channels from Switcher to Restream to all the different channels. That's kind of my MO most of the time. And that's how that works. So it's just something to think about, whether or not you want to try that or you just don't want to deal with it today. But there is definitely, it's something to consider. Why not consider it? Why not try it? It might make your shows better, maybe. So give it a try. And then, of course, you can take that more advanced as you like. You can create your own audio files. You can run them when it makes sense, and then sometimes, as you have things to say or as it makes sense, you run the audio assets, right? So that's all I have for today. Every show we're now ending with applause. Appreciate it, guys. So it's try it. Why not? Why not try it? I'm Christoph Trapp, your host and author of Going Live. I'm going to put that book up again here. I hope everybody checks that out. It is available. The print copy should be available soon as well. The other one, Kindle, you can already pre-order that, and hopefully you do. If you're listening on the podcast, listen until the end. You have a surprise coming your way. Thanks again.